Good morning, it's James from Pipe Doctor Home Services, and today is Tuesday, May 26th. Currently driving through Queens right now, so I'm going so slow because they got these freaking speed cameras everywhere. I'm on my way to the second service call of the day. My first service call was quick and easy, but today's video I will be showing you guys actually a service call from this last Friday. I'm just trying to get everything caught up in terms of my footage, so I apologize. Yes, I know, I'm not gonna hit the guy. You don't have to beep at me. So check out the video, let me know what you guys think, and then we'll touch base with you at the end. We're doing on battery. No, we're actually doing very well. All right, so we got this well McLean. It's a CGA 6. The customer had smelt gas, so they called their gas provider, and National Grid came out and said gas leak at appliance internally. You know, once it goes into the appliance, they just shut it off. So what we're gonna do is, I could tell that they sprayed everything down, and then I sprayed it just to see before, but I didn't see anything. So we're gonna take out the sniffer. We have the cover plate off with our rollout switch. Okay. We have our emergency switch shut off to the unit. So just take a look at this and see. Anything but the pilot tubing. Let's go out here. Oh, okay. So that's our issue, is our pilot tubing. Well, not the tubing itself. You could see spikes up here. Yeah. So it's not the tubing itself. So this is an electronic spark ignition. Oh look, these are all mouse droppings over here. Ugh. This is an electronic spark ignition boiler. So this has a solenoid inside of it to close the gas to the pilot tubing when there's no call for heat. And obviously the boiler's off. There's not a call for heat right now, and we're still getting gas escaping from that tubing there. So we're gonna replace this gas valve. Let me go and get it, and then we'll take my jacket off. It's been raining all day. Really crappy weather. Okay, so luckily when I first started here, Mike gave me like 3 bins worth of material for heating related stuff. So we have this Residio, the VR8345M. This is a universal electronic ignition gas valve for use in standard operating appliances, applications, blah blah blah. Okay, all that fun stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this out, make sure we have PV, PVMV, and MV. It's all indicated right here. This is the compression plug for our pilot tubing right here. And so what we're going to do is crack this union, get this old gas valve off, get this new one on. Looks like it's near identical to what we have. We do need to install these reducers to get it down to 1/2 inch because it comes for 3/4. So we'll get that prepped and ready. And we don't need any of this other stuff. Wire harness disconnected. Got the pilot tubing disconnected. So our next step is to crack our union here. Ow! And hit my head. As always, without fail. Always, always. While I'm doing this, while I'm preoccupying myself with this, you guys should preoccupy yourself with subscribing to my channel. You know, I'm a funny guy sometimes. Our goal is 1,000. It's our short-term goal, but we're not stopping there. I will be, within the next week or so, applying to the YouTube partnership program, which I'm very excited for. I will finally have the necessary requirements to be enrolled in that, which I will then be opening up membership to my channel, which I'll do a separate video on that. We'll get more in depth and have a conversation with that. When the time comes and it's official. They got to give me the okay first. If I could loosen this without needing to take the drip leg off, that would be great. Try not to hit this communication wire. Crazy how someone can have a boiler problem. It's not even heating season anymore. Alright. Drip leg's coming off. You know, yesterday we had a almost 90 degree, or it was a 90 degree. It's almost 95 degree day. And I'm still coming out and doing stuff with boiler repairs. But this client did the right thing, calling the gas supplier with their issue, because they can properly assess and see what's going on, and kind of steer the client in the proper direction. See if I can get this part off without needing to hold back. Nice. You know, and usually your local gas provider, the gas sniffers they have are calibrated on a monthly basis to the specific type of natural gas that they provide. Natural gas is made up of different components in different parts of the country. So the natural gas here on Long Island might be different from somewhere else. So the sniffers that they have are super accurate. All right, next is getting this off. Get this off from the gas train. Let's see. Perfect. Yeah. A little stinky. Let's see. Tested and inspected June 4th, 2019. Okay, so this system's about 7 years old. Should have lasted longer, but nothing's perfect. Okay, just like to clean up the threads, and then we're going to be putting on these adapters. I almost grabbed this like it was my prototype. That's theirs. So we'll get this on here. Now obviously we're not putting a wrench on this. Since it's a bushing, it has threads on the outside and the inside. So we're just going to hand tighten it for now. And then with our gas valve on. You would, oh wow, it doesn't have a filter screen. Interesting. You would think, I was going to say, for people that don't know, there's an arrow with your flow direction. So let's get this on here. Oh, I was hoping it wasn't gonna hit. My luck. So I'm loosen this up a little bit. At least get it a little bit tight, and then we can work with hitting the wall. There we go. All right. My least favorite thing. There's really no good way. Gently brushes up against. Yeah. Okay, perfect. I will tell you, these crescent wrenches I got from Home Depot are probably some of the worst wrenches I've ever had. Look at, just, come on, close. Yeah, they're horrible. Nip-X or channel lock. That's what you gotta stick with. Okay. So let's do this like this. And as always, which I'm sure you guys are more than aware of, we do not use PTFE, aka Teflon tape, on natural gas in New York. Okay. Boop. Boop. Okay. Nice, nice. Okay, so this is gonna go right about here. And we'll be able to pretty much test the issue right away, right? Because I didn't need to have the boiler on. I have a rag. It didn't need to have the boiler on for that gas leak to occur. So once we have this reconnected to the gas supply, we can turn our gas sniffer back on and take a look and see if the pilot tubing is leaking. And we could do that before we even reconnect the pilot tubing. Obviously, we'll test it either way. Nothing wants to cooperate with me today, I swear. Nice, nice. Sturdy. Okay. I will get the rest of this connected, and I will show you guys the testing when we're all done. Okay. Gonna get this going again. In the meantime, I'm just gonna wait the 30 seconds. I will be making a recommendation to the client that we have maintenance done on this. If they don't want to do it today, we could at least return in the fall to address that, just because it looks like it hasn't been done. It's pretty dirty, pretty dusty underneath there. Okay. And I would love to come back and clean it. Okay, so we got gas coming back on, and if we go to where the port is, which is right down here, it would be helpful if I loosened the pre-installed cap from the manufacturer. I know. I need the box wrench set that Mike has. And Daniel. Let's see if which this is actually, might be useful to keep that. You never know. Let's take a look. Shove her right in there. So that's where our pilot tubing is going to be going. And you can see here, we got nothing. So the solenoid on that old electronic ignition gas valve wore out and did not close entirely. Okay, so I'm happy with that. We will get this pilot tubing reconnected here, which angle you guys a little bit better. Let's Let's try to get this to spin freely. Let's see. Okay. So that's on there. Okay. Let's see if these can grab on nicely. That would be cool. If not, I know this chews up the brass a little bit, but okay. Come on. Yeah, okay, that's tight. So, same thing again as before. Stick this in here just to see if we see anything. We will connect this. That goes back to our control module. I am content with the results of the gas sniffer. Be nice if I had light so I could see. Content with the results of that. Next thing I'm going to do. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, I do have a call for heat. Coming from the first floor heating zone. So we're going to wait for ticky. Make sure vent damper is opening. Make sure I don't got no sniffies over here. No sniffies here. We'll ensure once this kicks on. It's going to take it a bit to relight just because we had the gas off. So it might cycle it twice because it's not going to have flame proving until the flame proves. So in the meantime, take this off. Take this off. What I want is, where are you? I'm considering getting a similar bag to Daniel. I literally got this when I first started here. And it's nice, but it doesn't have as much room as I would like. I like that it's nice that this gas sniffer shuts off after a certain period of time, but it's also very inconvenient. It is rechargeable, so it's not like, I don't know, whatever. I just drilled a hole in the smoke pipe because we will be doing a combustion analysis. Let's shut this off. Back on. Let it go through its cycle again. Yeah, so this bag, it's a great bag. It's perfect for starting off with having a separate heating bag. But now that I'm starting to do more work other than just, I have my plumbing bag, I would like to have a bigger bag for heating and cooling. Start getting air conditioning tools. There we go, flame proving. We're gonna take this and burners on. And the fan in a can came on. Getting a little bit of reading from this pilot tubing. So maybe we just loosen that, check it and retighten it, and then do our combustion analysis. It's going back down. Alright, let this run a couple more minutes. I'm going to fill out a service tag with what we did today. I advised the homeowner of the maintenance that should be done on the system, that she was not aware that it should be done annually. So she's like, yeah, we'll definitely have you guys back in the fall. So we're gonna say gas control valve and combustion analysis. JM. Yeah, so I don't think any type of maintenance has been done. Alright, those are looking more appropriate. Nice. Get our little sticker. I just shut the boiler back off because I don't want their house to get too hot. So our readings look good. Our O2 is about 8.4, which should be between 7 and 9, if I'm not mistaken. Temp stack was good. Our parts per million on CO was 24, which we want underneath 50. Our gross efficiency, you know what I'm trying to say. Underneath is about 84%, which is typical. And negative, what is this, 24 thousandths inches in, or hundredths, hold on, wait, tens, hundreds, thousands, 24, yes, on the on the draft analysis. We got the piece of metal tape back on, we got our service tag up here, our sticker is here. We'll be back for our maintenance in the fall. I'll leave them this from National Grid just in case, whatever the case is. I'm gonna go shut the thermostat off upstairs, turn the boiler back on, and we're good to go. Yeah, so we got everything buttoned up at the end there. I did take that pilot tubing off of the control valve and tighten it back down, retested it, made sure everything was good with it, no leaks or anything like that. Spoke to the client again because I've been there now twice. Spoke to them about the plumbing maintenance agreement, the HVAC maintenance agreement, and they're on the fence about it, but they said they will have me back in the fall to do a full-blown service on that system, so that's good. But definitely interesting seeing it fail like that. Normally I see them just not open at all, or you know, you gotta whack the control valve with like a wrench or something, or I've seen them open and close, whatever the case. But for the solenoid to have gotten stuck like that, to be letting gas through the pilot tubing, was very interesting. But yeah, I'm definitely happy that we were able to get it taken care of. What we got going on here? You got someone behind you. Got stuff to do. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm trying to get caught up with everything that I have recorded, so just bear with me on that. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their week. It's a short week this week. I'll be going away this weekend to Rhode Island for my sister-in-law's 30th birthday. So that'll be cool. I'll just be gone Saturday and Sunday. I'm not missing any work or anything like that. But also reach out to me at my email, plumbguyny@gmail.com, if you made it this far into the video. And hit me up with your name and address for a free sticker. No cost. I ship them across the country. I just sent one out to Pennsylvania over the weekend. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.